I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. And I hope you aren't sick, because if you are, using the American healthcare system will make sure that you die faster than a humanitarian worker in Syria. That's right. America, unless you have a PPO Amex Black Card insurance guaranteed by the Koch brothers, you will die sooner than you would if you lived in almost any other industrialized modern country. Oh yeah, America is the most expensive and the worst. Like a $2,000 a night hooker that kicks you in the balls. And I hear that a hooker that is supposed to kick you in the balls costs $3,000 a night, but if insurance company hired her, it would cost you $9,000 per ball with a 20% copay. The most expensive and the worst. That's America. The best, by the way, is the United Kingdom. They drink more, they eat crap food, yet live longer than us Yanks. And Switzerland kicks our ass in chocolate and in healthcare. Sweden stomps us in health, education, and ball-kicking hookers. Australia, the US ain't healthcare. This is healthcare. Germany and the Netherlands, we will destroy you when it comes to caring for your health. New Zealand and Norway, yeah, you're sicker than us. France, check this out. Did you know France destroys us in healthcare? That's just fucking embarrassing. And Canada is right there. We're on the same piece of land, and they have better and cheaper health care, and everyone gets it. Now, the United States, we are dead last. That's right, dead last. So why does our health care suck? Because of the black guy? No. Obamacare destroyed the system? No. Well, the truth is different. See, the reason Obamacare was started was to stop and change how shitty our system is. See, America pays $8,500 per person per year for health care. That was before Obamacare. That's more than any other country per capita. We pay more for the same drugs than any other country. And this was all before Obamacare started. Do you know we pay $230 for a prescription, where Switzerland pays $60 and the Netherlands pays $23. We are getting raped and have been getting raped for years, and the rape kit costs 4 times as much here than other countries. You know, every week about as many Americans die from medical mistakes as died on 9/11. Our own doctors make ISIS look like a Little League team. Your doctor is a terrorist. Over 3,000 people a week die from medical mistakes in the good old US of A. On top of that, they charge you more for the murder attempt than any other country in the world. Obamacare just slowed down how fast the cost is going up. Death rate is holding steady, though. You know, little progress is made in reducing this healthcare carnage in the decade plus, and no one really cares because Oreos and chicken tenders are cheap, and no one is aware there's a problem because of the sugar, gluten, tumor-induced coma mixed with the mind-numbing 500 channels of soul-sucking crap on television. America has a 35% obesity rate. The rest of the world has 11% fat asses. See, we don't care that we die sooner than the other 10 industrialized countries, or that our drugs cost more, or that our politicians get more money from the medical community than any other elected officials in the world. You know what? Our Congress has taken $480 million in the last couple of years in political contributions. By the way, that's yearly from the medical community. $260 million from doctors and nurse organizations alone. And who's the top guy? Who's been taking the most money from these lobbyists? Mitch McConnell's number one. And who's the third guy? John Boehner. Turtle Man and the Walking Orange. The two guys who got the most money from doctors and screwed up our health care are the ones that didn't want to help fix the health care system. Yeah, I'm sure it's a coincidence. But what about you, though? See, sometimes you get sick because, hey, you just got sick. And sometimes you're obese, and it's your fault. And you know what? Or you're an alcoholic, and it's your fault. Or you got shot by your 2-year-old because you kept the gun in your purse in Walmart. Your fault. And sometimes the reason you're in the hospital fighting for your life is because it's your fault. So stop your unhealthy behavior. Make it so you don't get sick. So when you finally do get sick, you are strong enough to fight our fucking healthcare system. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Hello, everybody. Christopher Titus Podcast. Hi, we're back. Sorry we had a week off. We had some family stuff going on, and we dealt with it. With me, as always, to the right, the lovely Bombshell Rae.
What's up, people?
And to the left.
I like when you start
No,
singing,
dip,
man. I got a
baby,
beat.
dip.
Yeah, he's pretty good, man. Go. Give me something. Yeah, why don't you give me a beat? Wow, that's pitiful.
That was a white
Sorry. Okay. Willie Jello Johnson.
How's it going, people? Good to see everybody. How you feeling today?
beat. Brought to you by Wonder Bread. That beat.
Thank you very much.
By the way,
yeah, dude, you cracker. And crackers. Brought to you by Wonder Bread and Crackers. Christopher Titus
I don't know.
doing the beatbox.
I don't go to the gym, I think, with
Right.
anyone that listens to this podcast.
Right.
But those locks for your locker.
Yep.
How we have the ones that you have to click to the left, up, down, right.
Yeah, I
all
like
that.
those locks. Those are kind of cool.
You know what my combination is?
What?
Left, to the right. Now dip, baby, dip, and then stand up. And that's how I remember it. And I have to sing it to myself. So it's to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right. Now dip,
baby.
That's
dip.
my lock combination.
That's how great is that?
I couldn't remember it otherwise.
See, that's what someone with rhythm will come up with, man.
Thank
I would
you.
hate to see your combination.
My combination would be, it'd be some more mathematical formula if I understood math.
Formulae. You're doing formulae now.
Yeah, I'm doing formulae. Formulas is, right? Is that plural?
Because you're really good at math.
Yeah, I am. So I am actually decent at math if I stop. But give me an algebra equation. Have you ever used algebra, by the way?
Yes, I currently use it whilst helping your children with their homework.
That's it, though, right? That's it. There's no. I want to be honest. Now, unless you're a doctor or somebody, maybe a guy does blueprints, an architect, someone like that. Would you use algebra?
Blueprint guy.
Blueprint guy, sugar.
Yeah, man, you're stupid, man. You're stupid, kind of. But I don't like this healthcare thing you're talking about, man. My whole family. See, we don't have white people insurance, man. If you ain't got white people insurance, you ain't get into the white hospital. We have a hospital. It's called the Back Alley, man. What you got, man? I don't know. My uncle got some hydrocodone. I got some of that. You want to buy some?
Yes.
You always want to buy hydrocodone.
You should do, right? Yeah, I don't sell it to her though. I won't sell it.
Thank you.
You're welcome, man.
Appreciate it.
So here's the thing. So we had a family member have some issues, so we had to get serious real quick about hospitals and healthcare. And I got to tell you, man, it is a jacked up system. I think the biggest sin is Obamacare didn't change it. It didn't change it. That's the biggest sin. It's not that that he's made it worse because it slowed down the cost of it. But you know what? It's not better. It's exactly the same, except now you're forced to buy healthcare. It's basically said, you guys continue to rape the people. We're just going to tell the people they got to keep paying. You can't opt out of healthcare now. You have to have healthcare now.
But the healthcare still sucks.
But yeah, nothing else changed. They didn't change it. He compromised. I think here's a problem I have. We have the Republicans who are fucking, I think, evil. They're just evil. Mitch McConnell's got $1.6 million last year from the medical lobby. John Boehner got $1.3 million. Okay, that's what they got last year and the year before. That's what they got. Okay, they're the top two guys, right? Out of the 20 top people who got money, 13 are Republicans. So 7 Democrats got it too. Here's my biggest problem with Democrats. Republicans, I just think, are evil and want the system to stay the same so they can make money for themselves and let everybody else fend for themselves. I think their whole attitude is, okay, no one helps anybody. Everybody should just get for themselves. That's what I actually believe the Republicans believe. And the greatest trick the Republicans played was convincing the guy who's making $22,000 a year that they're on his side.
That's the person that got hit the hardest, actually, with
right.
Obamacare.
Yeah, right.
Or Affordable Care Act, is that it benefits the low-income people.
Right, people with money got hit hard.
And, well, actually, not even so much. So people with money were already larger percentage of people with money already had insurance. It's the people that are just above poverty level. So they actually don't have a lot of money. They don't have a lot of disposable income, but they're just above the poverty level, so they don't qualify for assistance with your state health exchange.
So, again, the middle class got jacked.
So they are required to pay for this ridiculous cost of insurance, and they don't qualify for any assistance.
Hold on, I got to pay for my own health care now? Wait.
It's sort of the whole point.
Dude, yeah, it's like a tax. If you don't have health care now, it's like $95 a month that you're going to owe at the end of the year.
That means like times 12?
Yeah, times 12. So it's going to cost you at the end of the year. You know what, though? It's only $1,100. It's a lot of money, but sometimes healthcare per month is $1,100 if you got a family. So it's almost cheaper to pay the tax.
The one thing that's nice is that under the Affordable Care Act, women can't be charged more, which is nice.
Yeah, that's good. I think they try. Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say about it. He tried to do something. Look, wrong or right, he tried to change the system. Guess who didn't want the system to change? The guy that was getting $1.6 and $1.3 million from the medical lobby. That's who didn't want the system change. Because you know why? Because they make a shitload of money. When was the last time you saw a rundown hospital in America? They're all hospitals. They're pretty well done. When you see like a doctor driving a Hyundai, not so much. So, and all the doctors do is complain. Insurance companies, you know who else is doing really well? Insurance companies. You know who's not doing well? People that go to hospitals to get better. They seem to be dying faster.
I will say this, just generically, people know that my mom is dealing with something right now, and I don't, without going into it, I would just say that 3 weeks ago, she tried to get into Duke Medical Center.
Oh, them motherfuckers! I heard about Duke, man. They care about one thing. They care about what's your insurance.
That's all they care about. Well, that's all we're finding. That's all anyone cares about.
Yes, everybody.
And
nobody seems to care how sick you are until they find out how good your insurance is.
So she has good insurance, but it's Aetna International because she lives overseas. And then she has 2 other backup insurances to go with that.
Right.
Duke, this is 3 weeks later, and we're now, we're in the middle of a very time-sensitive thing here now. And 3 weeks later, we still haven't gotten the call whether or not they're able to approve her insurance.
Yeah, if anybody out there is connected or works for Duke University, you guys suck ass.
I doubt anyone that is connected with Duke is listening to this podcast.
Oh, someone is. Somebody.
They're busy reviewing insurance. Very busy. But, people are dying while you're waiting for someone to approve your insurance, which is crazy to me.
Right. Right.
Hold on. I know. No. I know that you have a life-threatening illness.
No, we got to get some chemicals. I mean, now I got to start working on it.
No. I just have to check. Do you have your insurance card?
There's blood in my poop.
No, I'm still going to need that number, that claim filing number.
And you see, and I also have blood coming out my eyes, and I have poop coming out my eyes. That's
here's
worse.
a Kleenex. That's gross. Clean that up. When you're done cleaning that and washing your hands, can you get me your insurance information? Because I have to review this.
I don't know. I think I have. I think I have an HMO.
I feel like you're probably going to pass out anyway, so just sit down in that chair. It's out of the way. You're not going to get in anybody's way.
Is the chair? Is it free for the chair?
The chair is free, but I mean, for 20 minutes. After that, it's going to cost you, but only if you have insurance.
Oh, I think my kidney just exploded.
Oh, that's good. You don't need 2 anyway. So you just said kidney. That was singular, right?
And scene. That was so. By the way, that was the Titus podcast players acting out. Can I have your motherfucking insurance? Sorry you're dying. Can I have your insurance?
Right.
Brought to you by Willie Jello Johnson.
No. How did you bring that?
I'm a director.
Oh.
I always want to direct.
That's what I heard. I heard he always wanted to direct.
Yeah, he's getting into this whole Hollywood thing now.
He's starting to like it. People,
like everyone that's here for a week wants to be an actor or a director.
The thing is, he's on the road with us, and we're driving to the next gig, and Willie's in the car with us, and every night, someone comes up and goes, "Where's Willie?" Some girls always go, "Where's Willie? Can I meet Millie?" Everybody wants to meet you, man, and you're never there.
I got stuff to do. I seen your damn act. You know me. Like the new stuff you're doing this week at the Improv, I'll probably be there watching it. I'll watch it, until I get it, till I see what you're doing. And then once I hear it a couple times, I'm done. I got to move on. I got life. I help set up the T-shirts and the DVDs, and I'm out.
Are we allowed to say that?
What?
Is that an option to have a life and not watch it?
You don't watch my show.
I do too.
You do not.
I do. There's
room.
the loud part and the hand waggling and then the hand on the hip and the head shake and then the hair flopping back and forth and the blah blah and then mad and then here's how
sad.
I fix it.
And then
sad. Then there's about 3/4 of the way in. There's sad.
Serious.
And then loud laugh and then bring it on home. So then there's a whole wrap up.
Then wrap it up, set the rocket off, boom. Good night, everybody.
That's pretty much, I've seen it.
You're very inaccurate. You're very vague in the entire description of my shows. Thank you, though.
It's really brilliant. You guys got to see it. Irvine Improv this weekend. Actually,
working on new stuff.
And this new stuff it's really killer.
Yeah. Do you like it really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's if you have kids, you're gonna love it. If you don't have kids, you will never have kids after watching this next show.
Yeah. Either way, come and see it. Either way, it's gonna help you.
Yeah. So anyway, the healthcare system is just jacked. So I started looking up a bunch of stuff. There's a great website you can go to. It's called Open Secret. I believe it's called Open Secret. Hold on. But go check it out because it talks about who gets what. And it's amazing that I'd like to say thank the Supreme Court for, by the way, making it so anybody could give money. Because corporations are people. Did you know corporations are people?
Yep.
Yeah, it's called opensecrets.org. Go to opensecrets.org. It's pretty crazy. And then you'll understand why. It's so funny when you see It's just a coincidence to me that all these politicians that are against changing the status quo are being paid a lot of money by people who make money off the status quo. I know it's a coincidence. I know that all our politicians, the one thing they want is the best for the American public. I know that. You know that. You know that.
Who the fuck you talking to, man? No, they don't want shit for us. Are you kidding me, man? Here's the deal with politicians, man. And then at the end of the day, they just street thugs in suits, man. That's all there is. Here's what's gonna happen. They get the damn money. They work for the man. By the way, the man ain't the man that run in the White House. That ain't the man. That's just another monkey that's running shit. And when I say monkey, I don't mean a racist. Plus, I can say it like I want to say it. But George Bush was a monkey. Everybody's a monkey who's in that house. Nobody does it. Reagan was a monkey, and he had damn Alzheimer's and let his ass be president. The people that run stuff are the people that cut the checks to the people that we've elected to run stuff. So the people that run stuff don't run stuff.
I never understand what he's talking about.
I don't either.
I never get it.
Yeah, you do, man. You know what I'm talking about. I'm an odd genius.
I would agree with that. I would say that's 100%.
You're like an idiot with a splash of savant.
Yes, you are. That's my favorite drink, by the way.
A twist. Just a twist of savant.
Just a twist on the rocks.
Big fan.
So we've been having some serious issues. So we started going after some other stuff. And the one thing about it, look, if you have here's what I've learned. Like, my dad had a bunch of health problems created by himself, which is why I put that in the Armageddon update. My father smoked for 40 years. He drank for 40 years. You know, he started smoking it when it was considered minty. The man did everything he shouldn't have done. When AIDS hit, my dad didn't slow down at all. He just assumed that all the girls he was picking up at Parents Without Partners dance at 1 a.m. were totally fine, and they're sleeping with him on their first night, so I'm sure they're totally clean. My dad never got venereal disease, never got an STD. The joke
Those are the same thing.
Yeah, Magic Johnson's got to be pissed.
Venereal means you're over 80. STD means you're younger.
Mm.
Yo, man, did it burn when you pee? That's all we know. Does it burn when you pee? That's it. That's all we know.
Does it burn when you pee?
Does it burn when I pee?
Yeah.
Currently, no.
Oh.
Ew. So you know what it's like?
No, don't ask any more questions.
Oh, you don't know what it's like? No. Well, maybe you should get laid once in a while, man. You know what it's like.
Ugh.
Live the life, man.
I don't know how we always get here within 20 minutes. It's amazing. It's only when he's here.
What are we talking about? What's wrong?
We're talking
Yeah,
about
what the hell did I do wrong?
VD.
Yeah, when I'm here, we talk about VD eventually. That's
Speaking
true.
of
That is
VD,
true. That's a good point.
We actually are going to be on tour for VD.
What? We're not touring for VD.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day.
Right. That's what I said.
Titus tour for VD. Throw VD. Come on.
On the 12th of February,
Bring your boyfriend or girlfriend and don't shower.
we're going to be at the Wichita Crown Uptown Theater.
Yeah.
So you got to get these tickets for your
You do know whenever you go to a theater called Uptown, there's a possibility you may get robbed, right?
no, that's downtown.
No,
Uptown is where the hoity-toity connoiter.
I don't think so, man.
It is.
Are you sure? Are you kidding?
Crown Uptown Theater in Wichita. So get your person that you're sharing your VD with Valentine's Day tickets. And then the 13th, Des Moines, Hoyt Sherman Place.
Des Moines, Hoyt Sherman Place. Going to be a good show. It's a big theater.
And then Saturday, on the day of VD, we're going to be in Lincoln, Nebraska at the Rococo. I just like the name of it.
I do too. So my dad had all these horrible things going on with him. His heart, he had congestive heart failure. He was, he had the ED problem, which you can see on my new disc, Angry Pursuit of Happiness, which is at ChristopherDice.com. And he had all this health stuff going on. There's a vein in your neck that actually pressures. It's part of your respiratory system, and the pressure in it at one point was like 112% higher than it should have been. And that's when they started doing X-rays of him. So my dad learned when he had 6 heart attacks actually, and what happened was he learned, because he was with Kaiser Permanente at this time was by far the worst HMO on the planet. My ex-wife's father had a heart valve fail. It was failing. He was going white. He was whiter than me.
That's impossible.
Shut up, man. So, shut up. He was whiter than me, and he went in with his skin almost like it's just white. He was almost translucent. and they said to him, "Hey, you've got a bad flu. Here's some Robitussin." And they sent him home. He went home for 2 days. He started to basically couldn't even focus.
Die?
Yeah, so on the edge of dying. They've talked him back. Some doctor that was trained in India looks at him for a second and goes, "Hey, this guy's got a heart issue. Let's get him on EKG." They look at him. They instantly find out that he's got a heart valve replacement. He had a pig valve put in that day. Pig valve, yeah. Yeah, bovine. Yeah, I think that you can use a bovine valve too. Also, pig or a cow. You can do both. But a bovine, wouldn't that be a big? Maybe I'm thinking. And in this operating room, we have a pig.
With a
Don't do the whole thing. We need to work this bit out. But it's a great
and
premise.
scene.
Yeah.
We know when to bail.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rehearse that some more because I ain't take credit for that one. That was
You can't.
that was a rough
selectively-
improv by you two, and I ain't gonna be doing it. All right.
All right, I'm fine with that. So my dad learned to do, because if you went in and you said what you really had, if you went in and you said, "I'm having shortness of breath," they would sit you down in a chair, and that was how they cured it. Well, if you're not moving, the shortness of breath will go away.
Logical.
Right. So what my dad would do is he learned after about 2 years of dealing with Kaiser is he would walk in and go, "I'm bleeding out of my anus. I'm seeing spots in front of my eyes, and my left lung has collapsed." And all he was really shortness of breath. So he'd go, they'd see him instantly. They'd see him that day. He'd go in, he'd get checked out, and they go, "Your lung's not collapsed." He goes, "I have shortness of breath, though." And they go, "It could be these other things." He learned to lie, and so he had to, because the system sucks so bad, he had to game the system all the time. And
To be fair, he also looked like a human being that had been smoking and eating cheese for 50 years.
that was the problem. He didn't. That was it. He didn't. He was thin. He was tall. He was decent. You've seen pictures of him. At the end, he looked bad, but I mean, up to the last 5 years, he looked great. That was the weird thing about Dad. He was such a big dude, and he was so. Titus is my Uncle Les.
They're handsome people,
Uncle Les,
including the women.
Uncle Les and Kathy. Kathy doesn't look her age. They all look healthy. She actually is healthy though. Dad, you could tell. You could tell Dad wasn't healthy because he'd wake up in the morning like this. That's how I woke up from the time I was about 9.
That's sweet.
And he's smoking. Yeah, I know. I start to cry whenever I hear that noise. Now,
beautiful.
On Christmas we actually play recordings of my dad. All right, guys, gather around.
That's the difference with how we were raised.
We miss
I would
him
wake
so.
up to softly playing instrumental music while my mother's saying, "Good morning, Rachel. Today's a beautiful day. Come out, face the world. You're a beautiful little girl,
Were you
and all
raised by-
things are possible."
Were you raised by some sort of robot cyborg person? That's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, you ready for me? Asshole, get up. You're going to be late for school.
And scene. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's how I got waked up.
No, you can't claim.
No, my mom used to say, "Boy, you best get your ass up or I'm going to be whipping it in 3 minutes." That's what my mom said to me. And by the way, my mom, when it comes to healthcare, she got a gout foot. Why are you laughing, man? Is that funny? Mom got a gout foot? Is that funny? So she got this gout foot, right? Damn, what the hell is wrong with her, man?
Stop saying that.
I don't know. Why are you laughing at him?
Because he keeps saying.
His mother has a gout foot. What? Doesn't that mean that like she's got a foot with gout?
Yeah, that's what it means. She got a foot with gout. She got gout foot.
What is your deal?
The hell is whole problem, man? Hey.
I've had a bad week. I'm
So listen.
sorry. I needed a laugh. Don't
Yeah.
say it anymore. Just skip right past that part and
So-
just tell us about it.
So when it came to her foot, it was kind of gouty.
What is wrong with her?
I don't know, man. I think she.
Gout is characterized by sudden, severe
little
attacks of pain, redness, and tenderness in joints, often the joint at the base of the big toe. So she had a big toe.
Gout foot. She had gout foot. So here's what happened. So she couldn't walk around. She had some pain in her foot, right? So they took her in, and they actually didn't take her in. We called to get her appointment. They said, "What she got?" We said she got the gout foot. Damn, why are you laughing at my mom's gout foot?
Dude, I'm sorry. I don't even know. She looks mildly insane right now. You okay?
I'm fine.
Can I finish my damn story about my mother?
Please do.
All right, so she go in, right, and the toe was huge. The toe looked like a small pumpkin.
What? I'm not laughing at you, dude. I swear to God, I'm laughing at her laughing. I don't know why she's laughing. Why are you laughing?
She said, why you laughing?
I don't know.
And it was the same color as the small pumpkin. I don't know your damn problem today. So we going, my mom's hurting, right? She got this big old pumpkin toe.
Dude, I'm sorry about that. What?
You're laughing too.
I'm laughing because I don't know why you're laughing. So he's telling the story about his mama's gout foot. I don't even know.
It's not sad yet. It's just really funny. If he gets to, if she dies from it, then I'll stop. I can't help it, and I'll feel
You're
guilty.
the worst therapist ever. That's the worst therapist's office ever. Hey! If something bad happens, I'll stop laughing. It's only $150 an hour. Look, I'm a deal.
Okay.
Can I finish about my mama's gout foot,
Please
please?
do.
So she go in, right? She got this big old pumpkin toe. It's orange. And they give her a nerve blocker in her foot. But she couldn't even that took 7 weeks to get in. So I get this poor, fat black woman hobbling around the house on a gout foot trying to make pancakes and take care of her family.
Why are you still making her make pancakes?
That's my mama.
You mean you're still sitting at the table waiting for pancakes?
Yeah, I was like, get that slow ass over here, put some pancakes down, and don't worry about your gout foot.
You don't have a gout problem. You have a you problem. Let's talk about you.
Yeah, that's messed up. So finally they get her in, right?
Hey, Mama, let me make pancakes today.
The problem was the healthcare system so messed up, they had to cut off a big pumpkin toe.
That's terrible.
You said you wouldn't laugh if it got sad.
She didn't die.
They took a toe.
Damn right, they took a toe. She only had one big toe now. You got 2 feet but one big toe?
That's messed up. It's really hard to walk without a big toe.
Yeah, she was hobbling like crazy.
And a pinky toe, too, because you can't balance.
It was on the right foot, so she put hard to the left. It's crazy. Crazy to watch. Yeah, and she couldn't stop fast no more.
I don't even know what that means, dude. What the? Sometimes you tell a story, and I know you start finding the funny in it.
No, man, Mama could not stop real quick. If she got going on some stairs, man, without that big toe stopping it, because before she had like when your car's on a driveway, and you could put like a wheel chock under it, and so it don't roll. Well, that's what that big pumpkin toe did. It was like having a human wheel chock, right? You could stop her ass on the stairs, but once that toe got cut off, Mama just get downstairs. She was like, "Oh Lord," and she just started going down the stairs. She finally died. She fell down 300 stairs once.
Oh.
Yeah, went to a Buddhist temple, made her ass climb up. Thought it would help maybe grow back a big toe. Got to the top, she turned around, looked at the view, fell down 300 stairs.
Died at a Buddhist temple?
Yeah.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, that part I added. I was trying to make you stop motherfucking laughing.
Nice, dude. Nice. So, and that's the thing, dude. So you guys weren't exactly rich.
Hell no.
Well, then I would say that when you're economically lower, they were saying that people that don't have money are just, they never get seen. They never get seen, they never get any medical care, and they get taken out. So I think Obamacare, the biggest mistake that Obamacare made wasn't that it went too far, it's it didn't go far enough. And the biggest mistake the Republicans made is that all they're doing, just so you guys know this, guys, I looked this up, all they're doing is cashing checks from people who want to keep making money off of you, me, Ray, and our families bleeding out. So I'm tired of it. I'm really tired of it. I'm done talking about it. But the healthcare system continues to suck. And I want you to know the Affordable Care Act is neither affordable nor changed care in this country. But at least he tried something. The problem is, you know what? You got these guys that won't even work with the dude. Like, doesn't that piss you off? Like, look, okay, good. Look, he got elected. The people voted. People decided. You should actually work with him. And if it doesn't work, it's on him.
Well, right. Whether you like him or not, he's here for 4 years. I mean, if not,
right.
You're just bitching into the wind for no reason and not affecting any change. So you don't get a choice. As much as you bitch, you're just making the status quo that will remain the same really uncomfortable and unpleasant. Why not at least try to work together to make things better with what you have.
I have to say, I currently hate the current Republican administration. I mean, people running stuff more than I ever have. And I'm not even. I consider myself an independent. But if you just put on a piece of paper what these guys have done with no affiliation, you would go, "Wow, these guys had done what these guys do? Nothing in 8 years. These guys suck. Why are they elected officials?" And if you put what a president got accomplished, you'd be like, "Oh, without affiliation, without knowing Democrat, Republican, you go, that's what he got accomplished. That's what happened under when he was in power. Okay, that looks like he accomplished something." And when it comes to healthcare, they keep bitching. We're going to repeal it. We're going to repeal it. Well, if you got the lobbyists, if you got medical lobbyists paying you $2 million, or sorry, $1.6 million a year to actually keep it like it is, what are you going to do? If someone's paying you, that's a lot of money. If someone's paying you $1.6 million, what are you going to do?
Anything they damn want me to.
Thank you. See, that's clear. See how clear he is about that?
I do feel like no matter what you say, I mean, just this example with Duke University recently, there's a problem in our country with healthcare, and so many people have bitched about this Affordable Care Act and stuff. And I mean, obviously, there are a lot of problems with it. I'm looking on this website, ObamacareFacts.org.com, and there's a lot of problems with it. There's some good stuff. There's a lot of cons, even to the pros. That it's very faulty. But there's a problem. There's a real problem, and one of the biggest arguments about it is that it's screwing over doctors. It's taking money away from doctors. And so, there's been a lot of issues with that because of the AMA and stuff. And I would just like to say that it's interesting to me, the idea of having a not wealthy doctor appeals to me more, because that means that he got into it because he wanted to make a difference. Right. And when it comes to my health, I like that idea better. It's like teachers. There's no doubt that someone became a teacher. You know why they became a teacher, because we're paying some of them $20,000 a year below poverty level. So you know that person, at one time, they might be old and bitter now, but at one time they wanted to make a difference in the education system.
They didn't care what they were getting paid. They just wanted to help.
Doctors now, I mean, that is not what I find often. And I don't find someone that sells any kind of hope. If I hear one more somebody's going to die or be, my niece, she's going to be retarded, is what the guy said.
By the way, just our family, by the way, because it's not rare. This is what I'm saying, is that it's not rare what we're talking about. This happens all the time. So your niece was born. She died for 17 minutes. Mm-hmm. They brought her back. They did an MRI. She had spots on her brain that they said her brain is dead right there. She is going to be retarded, is what they said, correct? Uh-huh. Okay. They said she probably won't live very long, right?
No, they just said that she wouldn't have great quality of life.
Because she's going to be retarded. She's not going to be able to speak. She's not going to have any vocal, blah, blah, blah. Kid gets what? What kind of grades a kid get?
Straight A's.
Straight A's.
And she is sassy.
She's in her special school, though, right?
She goes to a real school.
No.
Regular school.
No, the doctor said that she would never be.
No. She gets straight A's at a full-blown regular school.
The kid writes stories.
Fills journals
with stories. Mm-hmm. The kid has more guts and heart than I've ever seen. And the doctors basically wrote her off.
She actually wrote stand-up for our summer vacation last year.
Yeah, for the wedding
and performed it for everyone.
It was pretty cool.
The kid's a little badass, and so you just can't take what they say.
That kid got some heart, man. I know that kid. Yeah, the kid got some heart.
Yeah, she's awesome. She loves you too, Uncle Willie.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. I mean,
sorry, I can't be within 500 yards of it though.
Oh my gosh.
What is that about? When did that happen?
It didn't.
I just choose it. I don't like kids that much, but she's cool.
Oh, so you gave yourself a restraining order to be 500 feet away from any kids?
500 yards, man. 500 yards. I don't like kids.
All right, that's sad.
But I mean, even recently, we're getting messages from medical doctors of there is no hope. Pack your stuff, get your stuff in order, figure it out.
Yeah.
And then you can go online and read people who have been through something similar that. They had it 10 years ago and they're here writing this today. So it's just crazy to me that there is in a profession that should be so open to possibility,
Right, because they don't know.
There are no
everything.
absolutes. Yeah, I am amazed at how close-minded they are.
Yeah, and especially when you look, there's a show that we watched last night called The Nick. When you see where medical technology was, when you see where it started, they used to put leeches on you because they thought that helped. They used to take a saw to your brain if you had headaches to relieve the pressure. There's things they used to do, but it's so funny how the arrogance of doctors and lawyers, doctors specifically think that, oh, okay, that's what we used to do, but we got it now. They used to give you blood transfusions and not check what kind of blood you had.
And then they didn't know why people died.
Yeah, they didn't know why. Well, we put new blood in them, and so then they figured out it was different kinds of blood.
They used to give people heroin to rehab them off of cocaine.
Right.
Because heroin was made by Bayer, the aspirin people, and it was thought to be just a regular aspirin-type drug that would help with the aches and pains.
It was called the heroin.
Yes.
That's where it was from. Hero. It is from
because it helped you overcome.
Overcome it. That's right. It helped you overcome your addiction to cocaine. So that these doctors today think, oh, we've got it nailed now. Really? So let's just pick a cancer treatment. Okay, so here's what they're doing to cure cancer now. They are pumping you full of caustic, horrible chemicals that don't just kill the cancer, they kill everything good in you. Do you really think that's the end of it? Do you really think that's where we're going to end up technology-wise?
No.
Or do you think maybe down the line there'll be some sound wave thing or something that'll actually just break the tumor up and make it go into your bloodstream and you'll piss it out?
We did have a doctor say today that juicing and a healthy diet doesn't really seem to make much of a difference.
No, I don't believe that. She said, I don't believe that makes much of a difference.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it can't hurt, but
right.
I don't think that's really going to matter.
Right. Because they know everything. Because doctors know
How
everything.
can you even say that, though?
Right.
How can you even say that getting your body to optimal health so that it's whole and prepared to go into these caustic chemical treatments? How can you say that doesn't make a
Healthy,
difference?
organic food, keeping your blood alkalized, to be operating at peak proficiency, exercise.
Meh.
Nah, probably not. Take this pill, though. Why?
That's all they want to do.
Well, because it costs it costs you $20, it costs us $2, and we make $18 per pill.
They get
and
a
you have to
kickback.
buy 200. Yeah, and the drug company. That's the weirdest thing. Here's what bothered me the most about I'd go and be sick, and they would just hand me a sample of something.
Oh, that's crazy. When you go in and you go, yeah, I'm coughing up this green shit, and they go, all right, you probably, we know you have this, but do me a favor. And then the dude opens a cabinet and he hand me a box with 4 or 5 pills in it. Said, try this. And I was like, well, what's this do? He goes, it's supposed to help what you got.
Yeah, but the guy didn't know what you had, did he?
He kind of did. He knew I had bronchitis, but haven't we already fixed that? Don't we already have shit that works? How come we got like some blah 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 psyllin that actually kills it, but we need to come up with 10 other different kinds of antibiotics? We already know how to fix it. How come they ain't trying to fix this? It's just they don't know what they're doing, and it feels like it. You ever go there and they say it with such confidence that you think they think they know what they're doing, but don't you ever feel like they don't know what they're doing?
Yes.
Yeah, especially when you keep getting sick.
What's weird about a lot of doctors, though, especially at teaching hospitals, is that they won't admit that they don't know. And they think that it would be disingenuous to sell hope in any way. When I very much believe that another part of possible healing is hope, having hope, a good frame of mind, body, mind, spirit, being whole.
Convince yourself that you can do it, and you can do it.
Right?
Yeah. I'll tell you what. I can prove this simply, and maybe, in this, and you hear about these stories all the time when people just decided they were going to cure it, and in 2 weeks it flipped their whole health. You've heard stories like that, and there's not one story like that. There's thousands of stories like that. When I was taking martial arts, and our sensei said, "You're gonna do 50 push-ups," and I looked at him like he was crazy, and he said, "It's not in your body; it's in your mind." And I was like, "Huh? What? Huh?" And he said, "You're going to do 50 push-ups. Convince yourself right now." And we stood there, and that was, by the way, at the time I could do 10 push-ups.
Right.
So I did 5 times as many. And the weird thing is, because I told my brain 50, at 50 I couldn't lift my body off the ground again. Had I said 70, I probably could have done 70. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do it all the time.
Change your mind. Change your mind, change your life. And yet these guys know that it works. You're a doctor. You went through med school. You've read these stories. You've seen it. Did you lose your soul at one point?
Yes.
Okay, well that's it. So they're soulless humps that basically are making, and here's the thing, is they're killing 3,000 people a week in American hospitals by mistakes. No wonder insurance companies want all that money because they have to pay the bills. All right, guys. Healthcare system sucks. We all get it. Take care of yourself first. Here's the thing. You got to stay healthy. Do what you can. You know, have a couple Oreos once in a while. Don't have 3 packs of Oreos. Don't eat anything that you have to eat in a sleeve form. Do not eat it.
Oh, dude, I like me a sleeve or something, right? You
No.
ever just get yeah, because you think you're going to eat 4, but you eat 40 because they're in a sleeve.
I one time ate a whole box of Girl Scout cookies.
Oh, God.
Because it was only 2 sleeves.
What
it
kind?
wasn't Thin Mints.
Ugh.
You were on stage.
What was going on with you that you had to eat 2 packs of Thin Mints while I was on stage?
I don't want to talk about
Oh, my God. That's horrible.
it. It was awesome.
Yeah, people got to get to the gym, man. You got to get to the gym. You got to do some stuff, man. That's what you got to do. Got to keep your body moving, keep your mind straight, and you'll be healthy.
And that's what I said. I said at least you can be you want to stay healthy enough to fight the healthcare system when you need it.
You know, that's right.
Yeah. All right, guys. I want to say before we go into the news that we are going to be at this week. I'm going to be at the Irvine Improv. Next week we're going to be in Wichita, Des Moines, and
Lincoln,
Nebraska. I saw her standing on the front. No.
Nobody will get that. Also, because this episode was brought to you by Harry's.
I got to tell you about this Harry's. Okay, so whenever I get a bad razor, like I know like my razors, so we have to buy them at Costco. We've been buying razors at Costco forever, and you buy like 50 in a pack, and they're like $300, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's crazy expensive.
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how fast they deteriorate when you buy, and these are major companies. I got Harry's razors, and they came in a nice little thing, right? Harry's. They have their own company. Is it right?
They do have their own company.
They bought the German company. No, they bought the
no, the factory.
They bought the factory. They don't just they don't buy razors from another company and put it in their crap.
Oh, right.
They
I see what you
them.
mean. Yes.
They actually make them, which means they have control of how good they are.
That is a correct assessment.
So I used the Harry's razor, baby butt smooth. Actually, I shaved my butt. That's the weird thing, and it was still baby butt smooth.
It is. I noticed
And then
that.
I shaved my face. Same razor. That's how good it is. My butt didn't even wear it out.
Harry's. It'll cut through that thicket. That's my proposal. If Harry's is listening, that's my proposal for the next ad.
Yo, man, I get bumps when I shave, man. I got bumps on my face. I don't like it.
What?
Yeah, I get like.
But did you use the Harry's yet?
I did not. I would like to use one.
You
We'll see.
gotta steal his like I do. So I totally.
Well, if you guys are doing damn ads for me, I'll give me a damn razor.
I ganked the shaving gel cream stuff.
Yeah, you
and
did. She took all. Like I get the shaving cream stuff. I use it twice. Next thing I know, it's gone. I'm like, what on the shaving cream? And she very meekly said, I used it. You suck, actually. Steer.
Actually, I think I blamed it on someone else. But anyway, so you guys already, you know the drill, I think. If you use promo code Titus, then you can go to harrys.com and you get $5 off, which is pretty stupendous because it costs almost nothing. And you get the whole set. You get the gel. Actually, now you can choose cream or gel. Actually, because I talked about using your gel on my legs.
Right.
Because it's amazing. It's gel, and then you rub it together, and it becomes cream, which is awesome. It's like a science experiment in your shower.
Yes, magic on your calves. Hey, do some magic on your thighs. Harris.com.
That was pretty good.
That's the girls' ad.
Yeah, I like it. Actually, I would like
funny,
to volunteer my legs for a Harrys.com video ad.
Oh, damn. We'll film it here at the studio. We'll film it here at the Combustion Films, and we'll put your ass on. Yeah, hell to the yeah.
And I only
You
weigh
are not going to be part of it.
745 pounds. So I hope they're okay with that.
You will not be on the set that day.
Oh, we're going to film her legs. I'm going to be on the set. Now that, I'm going to be the cameraman, the DP, and I'm going to build a set around them.
Anyway.
Stop talking, man.
So,
Stop talking.
you know that they, the coolest thing about it to me, though, is that they deliver it because I've become super lazy and I'm a big fan of Amazon. Amazon is now doing like same day delivery, which it just really appeals to my laziness, but Harry's too. So I don't have to go anywhere. I can go online. I can order it. You get $5 off with promo code Titus and it comes to you dough.
All right, so we're done advertising for them now. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Buy it. Harrys.com. You get $5 off. I think it's only $15 for the kid anyway.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so it's crazy what you get for $10. All right, guys. And now, from sea to shining sea, continent to continent, and sometimes space, it's Bombshell Rae in her drone above Syria with the Bombshell News.
You can now get a My Little Pony inflatable sex doll.
Oh, no. What? Who even thinks of this? Who goes, you know what's missing in the world right now? You know what's really missing? My Little Pony sex doll. If I had a My Little Pony sex doll, my life would be complete.
I know. I've thought that a lot.
I have never thought that.
Never. Me neither. Ever.
Yo, man, what?
It's terrible.
What happened, man? I saw that dude get raped by a donkey on the internet once.
What?
I don't know what that means.
Why would you watch that?
It was his little donkey. Oh, come on, man. See a Mexican man knocked down and have a donkey just rape him? That's hilarious.
Okay.
He's right. He's right.
No.
He's right. That's
No.
hilarious.
It's not hilarious. Oh, that's one thing I can't find humor in, is anything to do with animals. Not cool.
By the way, the animal was on top.
My Little Pony
He was
character Rainbow Dash has been turned into a 5'9" blow-up doll. It's very curvaceous. It has a low-cut leotard over what would be the pony's private parts. She's got gigantic boobs and butt. Hasbro, I guess. Oh, no, Hasbro owns the rights to My Little Pony. They said that they have nothing to do with this sexy inflatable girl pony. It's bootleg. It's, of course, made in China. You could have guessed that.
Hold on. Now,
$599.
Is it a sex doll with like inlets and outlets?
Yes.
Ew.
But if you buy in bulk, because who wouldn't?
Yeah.
You can get it for
I'm going to wear me out a pretty pony. Let me tell you that right now, pal. I go through about two sexy pretty ponies a month. They're only 5'9", too, jeez. Hey, what's the bulk deal on that? If I want to get a pony that I can have sex with, you tell me what it's going to cost me to get 10
in bulk.
So I get a dozen. Baker's dozen.
A brick. You can get a brick.
I'd like a brick of ponies.
$99 each instead of $599. So you really can't beat that deal. I like to bring deals to our listeners.
How many do you have to buy?
A lot.
Please do not screw this up with the Harrys.com ad.
Do not go to...
I'm calling about the sexy pony. Promo code Titus. Quit putting in promo code Titus on the sexy pony.
Yeah, I would have tried it. It didn't work.
That's ridiculous. People are out of their minds.
Yes, they are.
It's amazing how far we've evolved.
Or not.
Because the caveman was like, if I put a hole in that rock, or this coconut, I don't have to talk to her anymore. And so we've been probably inventing sex toys since man can first notice his penis.
That didn't take long ever. In the beginning of time, that was on the timeline of events.
I don't understand why you guys don't notice your vaginas like that.
Man born.
Well, you guys
man
don't have
created.
You don't have the
man
same.
given penis.
Why don't you? I hate to go here.
Man seriously distracted for the rest of time.
And starting wars because someone has a bigger penis than him.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I agree. I would say, and I've said this before, men have destroyed the world. We built it, and then we've also made it a nightmare.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Especially white ones.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Amen, sister.
Death experience of the week. Body.
I hope you get a gout foot.
Dude, stop saying that.
A body of a woman that was missing for 10 months was finally found in the apartment water tank. This is so gross. This was in Mexico City. This girl named Carmen, she's 27 years old, psychology graduate, aspiring actress. She went missing last February. People thought that she had been kidnapped and sold into sex trafficking.
I love that that's so normal there.
Yeah.
That no one looked for the body. Oh, well, of course, they ran out of my pretty ponies, and they had to sell her. They had to sell actual human into sex trafficking. 3
weeks ago, residents at her apartment building began complaining about the taste of their water.
Oh, no. You gotta be kidding me. This is horrible. This wins. This is the worst story because other people were drinking her decomposing body.
She had severely decomposed to the point where they had to identify her by her breast and hip implants.
I'm gonna puke too, man. Oh, that's horrible.
You can thank douche correspondent Ashley Cashman for that.
Oh, thanks, Ash Cash. Oh, they identified her by her breast implants
and hip implants. What is it? Is that? I don't know what that is.
Like it made her butt bigger?
It says hip.
Does she have a card? Well, I mean, those side things, pockets that make your hips wider.
Side pockets?
Side pockets.
Yeah, because all women want their hips to be wider.
Side pockets.
Oh, yeah, we all go for the wide hip.
Some cultures.
Not wide hips. Big butt.
No, it's curvy.
That's African.
What?
Yeah, bigger women. Big is supposed to be beautiful.
I got me a problem. Why you just said? What you mean by that?
No, in real Africa, in certain areas of Africa, the bigger the woman is,
you know what's funny about white people?
It's a sign of wealth and beauty.
Whenever people say something horribly racist, they
Oh my
always
gosh,
go,
it's not racist.
Yo, it's an African culture thing.
I love that I know
Yeah.
this and you don't.
Third and Western, we don't have a whole lot of African culture going on.
Well, then don't argue it. But it's considered wealth and beauty.
I know, man. She's being weird.
The #1 women's detective agency books. The character is very big, and she was considered beautiful because of the size of her hips. I sometimes think someday I'll go live there.
Yeah.
And eat sleeves of things.
I want to eat many sleeves of things.
Okay, so this woman, she's an old person still kicking it.
Right? Okay.
It's kind of sad.
And now, it's time for a segment we call Old People Still Kicking It. I need some water.
This lady, her name is Lee, and she's an 86-year-old Florida widow. Her husband died, and so she sold her 5-bedroom Fort Lauderdale home on 10 acres. She is now permanently moved onto a luxury cruise ship.
Oh, I read about this lady. This was, yeah.
She's known as Mama Lee. She's been on the Crystal Serenity for 11 years. She said that her husband introduced her to cruising. He was a banker, and he taught her to love cruising. So she has now she said she stopped counting at 100. She decided to see the world and get the F away from her kids, I gather.
Right? They can never show up. They can't just show up out of the blue. Mom, can I get some money? Grandma, can you help us out? We need some help. I'm sorry, where's Grandma?
But
Guam, Singapore.
Yeah, she's getting off. She's getting off at all the stops, and she knows where all the bazaars are and the snorkeling and the everything. Like, she's just decided to stay out in the world and live it.
It's pricey, though. I read some of this article.
$164,000 a year.
A year. But she's got retirement, and she sold that house in Florida, 5-bedroom house on 20 acres. She pulled in some money. If she put it into the bank investments, you know what? That's possible. Let's say she pull. Yeah, it's possible. She's
if you think about it, if you add up what a house payment would be.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure she has other money too. If he was a banker, I'm
and
sure he set her up.
Mogul,
yeah, he set her up. She's fine. You know what? That sounds great. It's every day for the rest of your life, someone's going to come into your stateroom and clean it up. Now, eventually, all the toilets are going to break, the motors are going to give out, and she's going to die horribly while the other passengers eat her because the cruise ship stopped in the middle of the ocean. But until then, what a great life.
Yeah. A not-so-great life, actually, in New York, Middletown, New York.
Why you white people like to be on a boat so much? I don't understand. See,
floating toilet.
Yeah, I don't understand it, man. You end up in the middle of nowhere, oceans deeper than anything you could imagine. Ain't nobody coming to save you, and if they do, I have 2 words for everybody on a cruise ship: rogue wave,
or Titanic. 3 words.
Yeah. Yo, that's. Dude, what the hell is her problem today?
We're having some family issues, and she's off a little bit today. 3 words. That's 3 words.
She's been drinking.
Titanic.
Since 9 a.m.
Those are 3 words. She says with amazing confidence.
I love that the inner retard just came out and Willie didn't flip.
Yeah, you don't like the character.
I know, but if I complain, then he would bring him out more, and I don't want to hear him no more.
Oh, I like him.
All right.
This woman...
Yeah, Willie, I like you. I have a poster of you on my wall.
All right, man. Just stop it right now. All right, we're cool.
Yeah, we are so cool. You guys got to stop. It always gets tense like there's going to be a fight.
Which would be unevenly matched.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
Yes, it would be only a match. Unless we fought with some sort of science, and then I would win. I know science very well.
All right, man. You can stop anytime.
Both of you guys need to stop. Just both of you stop. All right, go ahead. Next quick story.
This guy, I feel like this is when you marry a guy like sugar. So this lady named Diane, they live in Middletown, New York. They decided to renovate their home. So her husband, James, goes to the home and decides to bulldoze it without telling her or anyone else or getting permits or anything because or removing any of their furniture or her belongings or anything. He bulldozed it. She came home and she was in shock when she saw what had happened to her home and all of her things and everything. She said they weren't having any marital problems at that point. Obviously they are now. He also didn't turn off the gas, the electricity, or the water.
What the hell?
So officers responded to a call about a hazardous condition. He's since been charged and had to go to jail. I guess they're not speaking. They're now having marital problems. But in his defense, he said that he had to tear it down because the foundation was bad. So,
yeah, but you usually you don't just jump in the tractor. You actually take a minute, maybe turn some stuff off.
I gotta fix this house.
Broken. It's broken.
Broken. Fix it. Paul Bennett in the UK has been convicted after having sex with a mailbox.
A mailbox or a mailbox?
A mailbox. I'm not sure where you want me to put the emphasis, but
like a post office box?
Correct. Ding, 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 ding.
Like a big stand on the corner mailbox?
I don't know how big it was, but...
How do you have sex with a mailbox?
This was in England. He has now been stamped as a sex offender because he's been found guilty. Not just charged, he has been found guilty. It's hard to defend that after having sex with a mailbox.
The mailbox is currently in therapy right now, and it started its own organizations.
Do you think the flag came up?
No means no. No, flag definitely was down. The flag down means no. That's the name of the organization. Wow. What is wrong with people?
45 years old. He's pled to 2 counts of indecent exposure and using threatening and abusive words with abusive behavior. That was after the testimony of the mailbox.
I'd like to say I thought someone was just putting a letter in me, but it didn't feel like a letter. It felt like something else. I thought, is this a large package? Is someone shipping sausage? Oh, my God. Next thing I know, I'm ripped wide open. I could never have this happen again. He needs to go to jail. I'll never be right.
He thought he liked jail.
Mr. Post Office Box, you can step down, please. The testimony was very... Sorry I had to take you to the place.
He thought he liked mail.
I don't fucking like that dude either, man.
I love that guy.
I don't like that dude at all. That's
BMW Huffington?
Nah, Huffington, man. That's every white dude that ever messed over a black dude.
I will fight with you to the death. I've never messed over black people, even when I owned them.
Now that's fucked up right there, what he just said.
Nobody ever
First
knows
of all,
what he
I don't
says.
understand any of this.
All right, we're going to move on now. What's in this? So I'm not even going to see. If I say any more, you're going to do those damn characters again. I don't want to hear no damn motherfucking characters. Go ahead. Do the news.
Apparently,
go ahead. Do your news.
He had started to pleasure himself at a public arcade and then noticed the mailbox. And according to prosecuting attorney Kate Beattie Bennett, she said he started to make sexual advances towards it. You know, British people, they make everything sound beautiful.
I don't understand.
No, it's a mailbox. You're not making sexual advances towards it. Anyway, he apparently, throughout the sexual act with the mailbox, kept loudly shouting, "Wow."
So he was humping a mailbox, screaming "Wow" in an arcade.
I don't really see a problem with that.
Is this like the Florida part of England?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say
Sounds like the Florida part of England. What's the name of the town?
Wigan.
Wigan,
Wigan.
All right, if we have any English listeners out there, do me a favor. Is Wigan the stupidest part of England? Because it sounds like one of the stupidest parts of England.
Yes, it does.
I liked England, by the way.
I loved England, and I love Scotland. No, because we haven't been back.
Oh,
we went to the UK. It was super duper awesome.
It was totally awesome. Let's do the next podcast about that. Our trip.
We went to the pubs.
All right.
Oh, we're not. Oh, I shouldn't talk about it.
No,
then.
we'll do the next one. We'll do the next podcast.
Save yourself next week. All right. I'll shut up now. So come and see us next weekend after you buy things on Amazon by clicking through the link on ChristopherTitus.com.
Guys, here's the deal.
You can go and look at the schedule on his website, which has all of the dates and click-through links to buy tickets.
If you want to buy something on Amazon, click through to the Amazon link on the ChristopherTitus.com page. Here's why. We get a little something to keep the podcast up and running. He helps us keep putting the stuff out there, putting the advertising out there. And does anybody know how to get the damn logo on Apple, on iTunes? We used to have our logo was on iTunes, and now for some reason we can't get the freaking logo up there. If there is any computer guys out there that can help me figure this out, go to ChristopherTitus.com, hit the contact links, and tell me. I have talked to Apple. I have put it in the right format. I have done everything I can, and we can't get our freaking logo up there. And I want to see my mug on other things. Yeah.
Me too.
All right, guys. This weekend, Irvine Improv, new shows called Born with a defect. That's so many shows in my head.
Sure.
Angry Pursuit of Happiness. We'll be doing a little bit of that. A lot of Born with a Defect. And also see you 2 shows Friday, 2 shows Saturday, 1 show Sunday. I'm going to head out to the drag races this weekend, probably on Sunday, and go watch my buddy Tony Schumacher at the Winter Nationals. Hope you guys are having a decent life. Do me a favor today. Go tell the people that you love them that you love them. You never know how long they're going to be around. I am Christopher Titus. For myself, Bombshell Rae, and the lovely Willie Jello Johnson. Later.
Peace out.
Jello.
And the inner retard.
Goodbye.
I don't like when he's on. I don't like him on the radio at all. I don't like him on with us at all.
He's so full of joy.
First of all, it's not the radio, it's a podcast. It's not radio exactly. It's just a bunch of people sitting in the room hoping to God that other people listen on the other end. We have an advertiser, though.
You're going to have to get him to shut up, man.
I can't stop him.
I
have no concept.
I don't want to stop him.
But no one stops me.